Well, looks as if something is different. We're going to be talking about Sin City, A Dame to Kill For. As I said, things are different. Welcome to Movies Without Megashaun. I am the Fandarin. You already knew that. So, we're going to be talking about Sin City, but for those of you who are wondering where Megashaun has gone off to, a few weeks back I told him when I infiltrated game to look under his seat and see if there was a car. Well, that rapscallion looked under his seat and found a trip to the Bahamas. So he is absconded with his fiancée and he's left me here, giving you movies without Megashaun. So, Sin City. Pretty decent movie, film noir style. Robert Rodriguez working in tandem with Frank Miller. You all remember Frank Miller, 300, the original Sin City. RoboCop. The man who brought Batman into the darkness with The Dark Knight Returns. But anyway, Sin City, A Dame to Kill For. There are some good-looking women in this film, we'll get to that later, but there are some problems with this film. The original Sin City came out nearly a decade ago. So we're running into the problem with actors either not being available, actors aging, or in some unfortunate cases, actors dying and not being made available. However, some characters have been brought into this movie that are pretty decent. Dennis Haysbert is reprising the role of Minute, who was originally played by Michael Clark Duncan. He's doing a decent job. With his character, we're all in good hands, fortunately. Then you have Joseph Gordon-Levitt, playing a new character, Johnny. Pretty decent. Interesting storyline, very film noir feel to his story. And then you have Jessica Alba, playing Nancy Callahan. She reprises her role, the only stripper that I've ever seen that never takes her clothes off. Most ridiculous thing that I've ever seen, a stripper that doesn't take her clothes off. That's just preposterous. But if you would like to see Nancy Callahan, aka Jessica Alba, sans clothing, you might want to take a look at Machete. Go to chapter 9, 37 minutes, 25 seconds into the film. You can thank me later. Moving right along, we also have Bruce Willis dropping in and out as Hartigan. Well, his character died in the first film, so we're kind of wondering why he's still here. And we also have Powers Booth, the great Gorilla Grodd himself, reprising his role as the big bad villain Rourke. Pretty decent. Mickey Rourke, speaking of Rourke, has come back as the fan favorite Marv. He does a very good job in this film and actually has a good fight scene with Minute. So I was very proud of that. Jamie Chung has replaced the Down syndrome Devin Aoki as Deadly Little Miho. Unfortunately, while it's an upgrade in looks and body, it is not an upgrade in the character. And we come to one of my favorites, Rosario Dawson. I can watch any movie Rosario Dawson is in with no problem. That's just the best thing. You gotta make sure you stay in there for Rosario Dawson. Because after all, if you've seen the movie Alexander, take my word for it, go to chapter 20, 1 hour, 15 minutes, and 49 seconds into the film, hit pause. Don't thank me later for that one, send me some money right now, because it's very much worth it. My problems with the Sin City film this time around, you're sitting in the middle of what feels like a sequel/prequel. The stories, there's only 3 of them this time around. There's not enough stories that are kind of bouncing back and forth. So it feels very long-winded, very long, boring, protracted, and just drawn out. It's unfortunate that you're sitting there in the theater, not entertained by these characters doing what they do. There are some good things, but it's just not the same feel as the original film. So just check it on a matinee. Go for $5 or something like that. Don't spend too much money on this film because it's not quite worth it. Ava Green, on the other hand, you've seen her naked before. If you've watched 300 Rise of an Empire, you've seen those globes bouncing around. Go watch that movie if you want to see her naked. Her best appearance, in my superior opinion, was when she was in Casino Royale with Daniel Craig. That was when she looked her best. Unfortunately, Sin City is just suffering the problem of too little, too late. That is the end of the lesson. Megashaun, if I deem him worthy, shall return. See you later.